We promised you good news, and we're delivering it. We told you some months ago about the 4,000 beagles that were slated to be tortured for no real reason at a research facility in Virginia. Tony Fauci had purchased dogs from that facility. Well, a group called the White Coat Waste Project first uncovered the abuse of the beagles and found purchase records that show the abuse of several dogs to be, quote, used in septic shock experiments at NIH. The dogs were denied food and eaten alive by bugs, et cetera, et cetera. Not even going to go into details because it's too depressing. Now, a major breeding facility for those research facilities has been shut down, and the first batch of beagles has been set free. Daphna Nachminovitch is the senior vice president at PETA and joins us tonight with an update on this. Daphna, thank you so much for coming on. So these beagles are not going to be tortured. Congratulations, we're celebrating. What happens to them now?
Thank you. We are celebrating, Tucker. Thanks for having me back on. Over the next 60 days or so, they're going to be transferred to the Humane Society of the United States, and from there going to various shelters in Virginia and beyond. The first group was released yesterday to the tune of approximately 400. And these are thousands and thousands of dogs that were bred for research. The facility has been there since 1961. And we are just thrilled that not a single one of these 4,000 beagles will ever be tortured and killed in a lab. They will all have the opportunity to find a loving home, to feel the grass under their paws, the sun on their back, play with a toy, and have a name, things that they have not had the chance to experience thus far.
What was so upsetting about this story was nobody could say with a straight face, well, these dogs are being killed so kids won't die of cancer. There seemed to be no justifiable reason to torture these dogs to death. Or am I missing something?
You are absolutely not missing something, and this is the tip of the iceberg. We are thrilled for these 4,000 dogs. But this facility was the second largest provider of dogs for experiments in this country. There is a larger facility in New York that has, believe it or not, 21,000 beagles. These animals are bred and sold for absolutely pointless, painful experiments. And our federal government has bought dogs from this facility. Since September of 2020, the NIH has had contracts for live dogs, at least 3 contracts. It is time for the NIH to wake up, realize it's the 21st century, and move on to modern, non-animal methods.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so much money sloshing around the system that to keep it flowing, you know, they invent experiments that benefit nobody. So you can, you're saying, just to be totally clear on our way out, in the next, how long until these dogs can be adopted by people watching?
The plan for transfer will take place over the next 60 days, and we urge people to just keep an eye. And we are just so thrilled that PETA's undercover investigation prompted this domino effect that resulted not only in 74 violations and the Department of Justice getting involved, but the liberation of these 4,000 dogs. And we hope all the cages get emptied next from all the laboratories and all the breeding facilities.
This show is proudly for dogs, so we're celebrating. Thanks for coming on tonight, Daphna. Good to see you.
Thank you, Tucker, so much for having me.
Subscribe to the Fox News YouTube channel to catch our nightly opens, stories that are changing the world and changing your life. From Tucker Carlson Tonight.